Good evening. It is the 4th of April 2024. Welcome to our main news bulletin. My name is Sylvia Zulu. Here are the top stories making headlines in our news tonight. SCC launch online anonymous whistleblower system. Clergymen advised to stay away from active politics. LCC and Billboard owners partner to maintain sanity at downtown flyover bridge. In international news, UN adopts resolution to tackle blood diamonds trade. And in sports news, MWAPE confident that Copper Queens will overcome Atlas Lionesses. I will be back with the details after this break.
Enjoy the benefits of an instant loan with us ranging from 1,000 kwacha to 750,000 kwacha paid express once collateral is viewed, valued and verified. Call us on 0763 595 359 or 0779 432 993. Classified Financial Express, here as your financial friend.
And now the news in detail. The Lusaka City Council LCC has partnered with Billboard owners at the downtown flyover bridge to maintain cleanliness at the facility. The downtown flyover bridge has remained a continuous issue as unscrupulous members of the public are using the facility to answer the call of nature. LCC Assistant Public Relations Manager Nyambe Bulumba says in collaboration with the council, the Billboard owners have taken on the responsibility of monitoring the facility and surrounding areas to eliminate undesirable behavior. Mr. Bulumba has since warned those involved in illegal activities to refrain from the act, as the law will be applied fairly to maintain order and uphold high levels of cleanliness in the city.
The downtown footbridge along Kafiro Road has for years been turned into an open defecation area, making it unsanitary for pedestrians and traders underneath the bridge. Concerned citizens have over the years highlighted that individuals with inappropriate behavior have turned the bridge into an unpleasant space, using it as a makeshift restroom, contravening with the public health guidelines. Following a story done by Camnet TV on March 4, 2024, where a church-led group cleaned the bridge, but their efforts went to waste due to the center of the bridge being hidden by billboards. Lusaka City Council has responded, stating that billboard owners have taken on the responsibility of monitoring the footbridge to promote cleanliness and safety. LCC Assistant Public Relations Manager Nyambe Bulumba has also urged citizens to actively safeguard public infrastructure against detrimental practices and play their part in maintaining a clean and welcoming Lusaka for everyone.
We ensure that we engage the billboard owners around that place so that we collaborate and clean the premises, and they really agreed to the fore, and today they started cleaning the premises, and we're very happy about this development, because it now simply means members of the public will be using the facility that is conducive and very clean, and in the process of averting various diseases. We therefore wish to commend the group for engaging into such activities. However, we call upon members of the public to desist from such vices.
Meanwhile, LCC says it is stepping up the enforcement efforts to address noise pollution through increased monitoring, inspections, and enforcement actions against violators.
Received various complaints of noise pollution coming from some pubs, or rather nightclubs, who are playing loud music beyond acceptable levels in some parts of the city. We wish to remind all residents, businesses and institutions operating within our jurisdiction to adhere to existing regulations and guidelines on noise control. The Council will be stepping up enforcement efforts to address noise pollution through increased monitoring, inspections and enforcement actions against violators. would therefore like to state that we will not hesitate to take legal action against individuals or entities found to be in violation of noise regulations.
Cherish Sibote for Camnet News, Lusaka.
Chikankata District Council has procured a tractor loader backhoe at the cost of 2.2 million kwacha using the 2023 Constituency Development Fund, CDF. Speaking during the handover ceremony, Chikankata Member of Parliament Jacqueline Sabao said that the procurement of the earth-moving equipment will help improve the road network in the district. Chikankata District Commissioner Timothy Chipolyonga has since urged the council to use the grader appropriately in order for the equipment to last.
Chikankata Town Council has continued to purchase earth-moving equipment using the increased Constituency Development Fund, CDF. The initiative is aimed at making the council self-sufficient in road construction, especially being a rural district. This tractor loader backhoe is the latest equipment to be added to the fleet, purchased at about 2.2 million kwacha using the 2023 CDF. Chikankata Member of Parliament Jacqueline Sabao handed over the equipment Thursday morning.
The fact that the council procured the grader, hence we saw it's important that we can work together as a district. This is due to the fact that we are working toward developing the same district. So there was no need for us to buy a grader when the council for the same district has a grader. Under 2024, we are procuring a compactor so that we can have a full fleet of construction equipment under Chikankata district. As a district, we have a challenge of roads, and mostly of them are feeder roads. That needs annual grading. A road is an important public good that creates development to an area. Where there is a good road, colleagues, there's development at the end of that road. Hence, as Chikankata, we thought that we need to have our own equipment so that we are able to grade our roads every year.
Ms. Sabao has since disclosed that the council will this year procure a water bowser under the 2024 CDF allocation. Chikankata District Commissioner Timothy Chipolyongo also attended the handover ceremony, urging the council to use the equipment for the intended purpose.
To thank our honorable, the able honorable Jacqueline Sabao, MP for Chikankata District Constituency. I also want to thank the council and the CDF committees, all those that have taken part in making sure that our equipment is brought here to Chikankata. As you know, and as you are aware, Chikankata district is a rural constituency which has bad roads. The terrain is not good, and such an equipment will make sure go a long way to help us do our roads better. Remember, we have rural clinics, which most of the people use, our women use for when they go to give birth there. Sometimes we get complications and we need to evacuate those people to better hospitals. So this machine will really go a long way. What I just hope and maybe ask the council is that can we make use of this equipment.
Recently, Chikankata Town Council procured a grader using the local government equalization fund. After the handover ceremony, the lawmaker later proceeded to have a community engagement in Nzinge ward of the constituency. For Camnet TV News, Afias Kaptula.
The Apostle Council of Churches has urged clergymen to avoid being used by politicians. Council Programs Director Reverend Mwaona Zulu says the church holds the power to influence members of the public both in the negative and positive sense. Speaking in an exclusive interview, Mr. Zulu explains that the church is non-partisan and meant to work with the government of the day by offering counsel in a sober manner.
Council of Churches is one of the 8 church mother bodies that are working together with the government. Therefore, Our edge to the churches is not to be used by politicians. We know that our politicians use the church because the church is the one that communicates with the people on every week basis. Every week, the leaders of the church, they are able to talk to the congregants, and therefore, the politicians also take advantage in so doing. Therefore, our edge now as Apostles' Council of Churches is to urge our fellow men and women of God that let's not be used by the politicians. What I mean is that not to be used by politicians in a wrong way. As a body of Christ, we are working together with the government of the day. What we mean is that where the government errors, we are able to tell the government this is wrong. Where the government is doing better, we are able to tell the government this is good. And if we see there is need for what is supposed to be done, we are also coming in to tell the government. So we've been offering checks and balances to the to the government, because we are part of government. This is why each and every government that has come, you find that they are working together with the church. So there is no difference between the church and the government, because they are one.
The Anti-Corruption Commission, SCC, has launched the online anonymous whistleblower system to enhance the fight against corruption in the country. Speaking during the launch in Lusaka, SCC Vice Board Chairperson Irene Lamba says the online system will strengthen the Commission's fight against corruption through upholding public trust and confidentiality of whistleblowers. Officiating at the event, Minister of Justice Mulambo Haimbe says the whistleblower system will help create a culture of transparency and accountability in society.
The Anti-Corruption Commission has Thursday, 4th April 2024, launched the online anonymous whistleblower system tagged a new and secure anti-corruption reporting system at the Lusaka's Kenneth Kaunda Conference Wing. Addressing the media, Anti-Corruption Commission Vice Board Chairperson Ms. Irene Lamba says the online system can be used on any smart gadget at any time and allows for people to follow up progress related to their report through a secret tracking number automatically generated by the platform.
The whistleblower can use their gadget in the comfort of their home or office and make a report to the Anti-Corruption Commission of any suspected corrupt practices or wrongdoing. The whistleblower is further given an opportunity to interact and follow up on any progress related to their report through a secret tracking number, which is automatically generated by the system.
And speaking at the launch, guest of honor, Justice Minister Mulambo Haimbe, has commended the ACC and all supporting stakeholders that work tirelessly to ensure that the system is functioning. State Counsel Haimbe says the innovation protects whistleblowers and will enhance the fight against corruption in Zambia.
Let me state that the system we are launching today will only have impact if members of the public use it. By reporting suspected corruption cases, the public is then contributing to building transparency and accountability and further promoting integrity in our society. Together, we can strengthen the fight against corruption, build public trust and confidence, and above all, make our nation corruption-free. It is now my pleasure and my honor to declare the online anonymous whistleblower system officially launched.
Meanwhile, European Union representative Bogdan Stenafescu says Zambia is now the first country in Africa to have a whistleblower system that meets the strict requirements of the EU Whistleblower Directive. He says this will strengthen public ethics and prevent corruption, but requires a continuous and collaborative effort from all segments of society.
Today builds on a concept that has been used successfully in Germany for many years. It is the result of collaboration between experts from ACC, Smart Zambia, and experts from public administration in Europe, mainly from Finland and Germany. On the European side, this activity has been coordinated by the German Foundation for International Legal Cooperation and House Finnish Institute of Public Management. To put this system into perspective, Zambia is now the first country in Africa to have a whistleblower system that more than meets the strict requirements of the EU Whistleblower Directive. Strengthening public ethics and preventing corruption requires a continuous and collaborative effort from all segments of society. When everyone actively participates, we create a more transparent, accountable, and just environment for all.
Cherish Sibote for Camnet News, Lusaka.
Government has assured cotton farmers of support to improve the sector through decent wages and competitiveness. Ministry of Labour and Social Security Permanent Secretary Zekaria Luhanga adds that government is also committed to offer various social protection and security initiatives to the cotton farmers. Cotton Board of Zambia chairperson Raymond Mpundu says sustainability and growth is required if the sector is to attain the principle of decent work. The duo was speaking Thursday morning during the official opening of the dialogue workshop held under the theme Waving Threads of Sustainability to Enhance Decent Work in the Zambian Cotton Sector.
Cotton is one of the major cash crops in Zambia, contributing significantly to the country's economic growth. Though the sector provides a livelihood for many smallholder farmers, it is dominated by multinational giants who maintain a monopolistic grip on the value chain. In addressing some of these challenges, the Cotton Board of Zambia has launched a workshop under the theme Wavering Threads of Sustainability and Enhancing Decent Work, which has attracted various stakeholders from across the country. Cotton Board of Zambia chairperson Raymond Mpundu explains decent work stands as a beacon of guiding the path forward in the sector. He adds, by highlighting some of the aspects and challenges that the cotton farmers experience in the cotton sector will help improve the industry.
Sustainability and growth, the principle of decent work, stands as a beacon guiding our path forward. Decent work encapsulates more than just employment. It embodies the aspirations of equity, dignity, and respect in the workplace. It means providing every worker in our cotton sector with fair conditions of employment, a voice in their workplace, and freedom from exploitation. This involves not only adhering to national labor laws, but also embracing international labor standards.
Sponsors of the workshop, Trust African Southern Region Coordinator Beatrice Makwenda explains that the initiative is expected to meet the concerns of the cotton companies and farmers.
Collective action, because we believe in the power of collective action, but also that power then that emanates from a clear understanding, but also knowing what we're already doing and amplify the work that is already being done, and then together going forward, strategizing on how we can scale up, but also address some of the current challenges and harness the opportunities that exist towards decent work. So in a nutshell,
the Ministry of Labour and Social Security Permanent Secretary Zakaria Luhanga says the ministry upholds the principles of decent work.
Mind you all that decent work is underpinned by 4 pillars and forms the cornerstone of harmonious labor relations. The 4 pillars of decent work are: 1, productive and freely chosen work; 2, rights at work; 3, social protection; and 4, social dialogue. That's all. So I hope within the discussions you'll be having during this workshop, we'll move around these key issues, the pillars. Clear, decent work is more than just a job. I told you earlier on that I read the letter 2-3 times of a lady. Did well at grade 12, she wants a springboard as a security guard, but just there, decent work is not.
Prudence Chiwe for Camnet TV News, Lusaka.
Various stakeholders in the road safety sector have expressed concern over the alarming cases of road traffic accidents being recorded in the country as witnessed during the Easter holiday. A total of 338 road traffic accidents were reported during Easter, among which 24 were fatal, resulting in the tragic loss of 32 lives. In an interview with Camnet News, Safety for People on the Move President Chifuesa Kauma has urged the government to ensure road signs are rightly positioned and marked. Meanwhile, Zambia Road Safety Trust has urged the government to call for an indaba to discuss the continued high rate of road traffic accidents in the country.
The alarming increase in road traffic accidents leading to the tragic loss of lives and property damage, there is an urgent need for concerted efforts to prioritize and rigorously implement road safety regulations, especially during holidays such as Easter. By enforcing these rules, not only will the well-being of individuals be promoted, but will also foster a culture of responsibility among all road users, emphasizing strict adherence to observing road safety rules and avoiding distractions such as texting while driving and drinking while driving. It has been noted that during the Easter period and many other holidays of similar nature, there is an increase in the number of road traffic accidents that are recorded in the country. According to the Zambia Police, a total number of 338 road traffic accidents were recorded during the Easter period, of which 24 were fatal, resulting into the death of 32 people, and 26 were serious road traffic accidents, which resulted in 59 people sustaining serious injuries. These cases have raised concern among stakeholders, with Safety for People on the Move describing the accidents as worrying, while emphasizing that road signs and marks be rightly put on the road to avoid these casualties.
People are using a wrong mode of transport, which should not be the case in this day and era in our country. We're supposed to be developing. We are not supposed to have stories like that. We're not supposed to have stories like, oh no, people are being carried like animals, and at the end of the day we see lives being lost. This is very, very unfortunate, and this is unacceptable. So we are appealing to the government to do their part. They should also ensure that the roads are well done, the roads are well furnished, and coming to the enforcers also, they should also ensure that they're doing the right thing on the road. They should make sure on the roads, I beg your pardon, they should make sure that they should not allow things that are going to lead to loss of lives. There should be no compromise on safety. There should absolutely be no compromise when it comes to road safety. Okay, so yeah, the government should do their part and ensure that there is enough road furniture. We'll keep blaming the motorists, we'll keep blaming the pedestrians, but I'll tell you, go to Cairo Road now. Where are you going to find a visible pedestrian crossing where people are going to cross?
Meanwhile, Zambia Road Safety Trust has urged government to call for an indaba aimed at addressing the escalating cases of road traffic accidents.
It's important that a more detailed investigations is supposed to be carried out, because this is so worrying, because every year it's the same thing. No, there's an increase of road traffic accidents compared to this period. Okay, but what are the measures? Okay, so that we completely reduce, because at the pace we are moving at, I think we are by far, even to reach 20% according to the UN Decade of Action from 2021 to 2020. So we call upon the government, or maybe just to call on a serious endeavor to ensure that we table this issue, because there's no way we can continue losing more than 30 lives during just a period of 4 days or 3 days. It's unacceptable, and even more than 50 people seriously injured. You know, this is a source of worry that also contributes to more suffering of the families.
Chanda Mwango for Camnet News in Lusaka.
The Emirates and Semi-Precious Stones Mining Association of Zambia, ESMZ, has expressed disappointment over the cancellation of about 200 mining licenses by the Cadastre Department in the Ministry of Mines and Minerals Development. Speaking in an interview, ESMZ President Victor Kalesha has accused officials at the Cadastre Department of being overzealous and depriving Zambians of the opportunity to participate in mining. Mr. Kalesha, who is also president for Small Scale Mining Association of Zambia, explains that the cancellation of the mining licenses comes after many holders started paying the non-compliance charges as directed in the January 30th, 2024 letter indicating penalties of 5,000 kwacha. He has since appealed to President Hakainde Hichilema to check the activities of some officials at the Ministry of Mines and Minerals Development, claiming the activities are meant to make him unpopular.
The Emerald and Semi-Precious Stones Mining Association of Zambia and the Federation for Small Scale Mining Association of Zambia, which is an apex body of all small-scale miners in Zambia, is extremely worried and concerned at the overzealousness of the officers at the Ministry of Mines and Minerals Development, especially Cadastre Department. We had engaged government on non-compliance notices that were issued on our members, and we engaged the government at the Ministry of Mines, and they responded to us a letter which we have, and they told us on the revised fees that we needed to pay on the non-compliance, and 3/4 of our members paid and they started being compliant. But unfortunately, a month after people were paying, the Cadastre Department cancelled over 2,000 licenses of Zambians, and to us that is disadvantageous. That's disadvantaging the government in power, the President of the Republic of Zambia, who is already under pressure with a lot of things that are happening, and now these officers at ministry are exerting more pressure on him. We advise the President that he should have lenses to see that there are certain people that do not mean well. These 2,000 licenses that have been issued, it's like you are sending people to the early grave with the monies that they've spent on those tenements. We appeal to the Minister of Mines and Minerals Development to term his officers. How can one government, the other one is giving you a notice to revise the fees of payment, and the other department is cancelling the license? Who do they want?
ZESCO Limited has amended its existing power purchase agreement with Mozambique's state-owned energy company Electricidade de Moçambique (EDM) in a bid to address the ongoing power deficit affecting Zambia. ZESCO Managing Director Engineer Victor Mapani says the amendment extends the original 50 megawatts off-peak power supply agreement by an additional year with an additional 40 megawatts off-peak power. This will ensure a continued and enhanced supply of 90 megawatts of peak power to Zambia until June 30th, 2025. Engineer Victor Mapani says by securing an additional power supply, the utility company is taking significant steps towards mitigating the current power challenges and ensuring that our nation's critical sectors remain operational and productive. He states that both ZESCO Limited and Electricidade de Moçambique (EDM) are currently having further engagements with respect to possible supply of more power so as to cushion the power deficit challenges. Meanwhile, EDM counterpart, Engineer Marcelino Guido Alberto, says the amendment comes as a critical step in the series of mitigation measures introduced in March to combat the energy challenges Zambia is facing. You're watching the main news with me, Sylvia Zulu. We now take our first break.
Are you looking for a reliable and efficient courier company with international standards? Then let UBZ Courier, your trusted partner in swift and secure deliveries, be your ultimate choice. Whether it's a small package or a hefty consignment, UBZ Courier handles it all, locally and internationally. Our modern call center ensures personalized attention for every client. For seamless deliveries within Zambia and beyond, trust UBZ Courier. Call us now on +260 763 062 680 or visit us at plot number 15 Mwapona Road, Woodlands, Lusaka, Zambia. UBZ Kuvia, a world-class brand that can be trusted.
Potatoes, the unsung heroes of flavor. From crispy chips to creamy mash, potatoes are the versatile superstars of your kitchen. Grown with love by our dedicated workforce drawn from around the community of Palavana. Savenda Farm's commitment is to see to it that we have potatoes that are grown right, healthy, big and tasty. For that quick fix or big celebration or that meal that brings family together, top chefs rely on the Savenda potato to create culinary masterpieces. And for others, it's that icebreaker to a delightful conversation. So, embrace the magic of Savenda potatoes. They're not just a side dish, they're the heart and soul of your kitchen. Savenda, save nations, develop Africa.
Introducing Darren B, a touch of class. Are you looking for the perfect place to elevate your style and glam up? Look no further. Darren B Touch of Class is your one-stop destination for hair and makeup transformation. Walk into Darren B and walk out feeling like a star. Your transformation starts here. Call us on 0772 870 588 or WhatsApp on 0972 049 213 to book your appointment today. Payments are made via mobile money or point-of-sale machine. Strictly no cash payments. We are located along Mossy Road in Ibex Hill, fourth close on the left after Kalikiliki Police Post. At Darren B, we pride ourselves on our team of dedicated and trained personnel ready to pamper both women and children. Darren B is open 7 days a week from 0720 hours to 1740 hours. From trendy hairstyles and stylish makeovers to flawless makeup, we do it all. Darren B, a touch of class.
Enjoy the benefits of an instant loan with us ranging from 1,000 kwacha to 750,000 kwacha paid express once collateral is viewed, valued and verified. Call us on 0763 595 359 or 0779 432 993. Classified Financial Express, here as your financial friend.
With this impending drought, it's time we look to alternatives of sustaining our crops. We as ISDP are promoting irrigation and water harvesting as the solution to challenges posed by climate change. Watch our 13-week series as we unfold the solutions for our crops. Catch us every Monday at 2040 hours, repeats every Tuesday at 1910.
Are you perplexed about how to overcome the financial, psychological and mental health challenges around you? Well, worry no more, because help is here. The Healing Word Ministries International, in conjunction with Camnet TV, cordially invites the general public to a one-day seminar on mental health challenges and mental wellness solutions for individuals, families, the church and society. Speakers include Dr. William Perry, President, Mental Health Association of Zambia; Dr. George Tafuna, psychotherapist, Chainame National Mental Health Hospital; Mr. Friday Salamo, Senior Mental Health Officer, the Ministry of Health; Professor Michael Munkumba, Executive Mentor and Life Coach, Mihachi Group; Bishop Peter Tanda Molenga, Presiding Bishop, Christian Word Center International, Pastor Lizzie Dakambozi, President, Aglo International, and Dr. Evans Perry from the Spirit of Faith Ministries. The venue is at the Healing Word Ministries International Church in Ibex Hill, Lusaka, on the 6th of April 2024 from 0830 hours to 17 hours at only 250 kwacha all round, food inclusive. Guest artist Ruben Kabwe and Bro Oswald. Dr. Neves Mumba will be our guest of honor for this event.
Like a rush of a mighty wind, the Holy Ghost descended upon the 120.
You can get your tickets from Camnet office in Ibex Hill between 08 hours and 17 hours, or you can buy via mobile money on 0962 965883 or 0979 753010. For more details, you can call 0962 965883 or 0979 753010. Don't miss. See you there.
Thank you so much for staying with us. We'll now continue with more news. The Lusaka Securities Exchange, LUSE, has recorded the second highest all-share index in a quarter since 2000 to close at 17.3% in the first quarter of 2024. Speaking during the first quarter press conference in Lusaka Thursday morning, LUSE Chief Executive Officer Nicholas Kabaso said the exchange's market capitalization as at the end of the quarter stood at 97 billion kwacha at 10.2%, representing about 18% of Zambia's GDP. Mr. Kabaso says the growth in market capitalization is attributed to positive market performance as well as the recently completed asset acquisition and the real estate investments performance, REIZ. Speaking on the sidelines of the press conference, economist Kelvin Chisanga has hailed the performance of trading on LUSE, urging companies who meet the barest minimum to consider listing.
The Lusaka Securities Exchange LUSE has described the 2024 first quarter performance as positive. LUSE in the period under review closed with the all-share capital index at 17.3%, the second best in 24 years, whilst the total market capitalization stood at 97.76 billion kwacha, up by 10.2%, representing about 18% gross domestic product, GDP. Speaking during the first quarter press conference in Lusaka Thursday morning, LUSE Chief Executive Officer Nicholas Kabaso said the retail sector accounted for the highest growth among the listings.
So the biggest attribution of market capitalization is coming through from the retail trading sector. From the retail sector, we're talking about 36% of our stocks are sitting within the retail trades. And then obviously the financial sector is sitting in at about 16%, then followed by the energy sector at 13%, and then we've got agribusiness at 12%. The annual movements in share prices, the largest one that we saw was sitting on Standard Chartered, that reflected an annual movement of 167% growth year on year.
Mr. Kabaso says the stock exchange is targeting to grow the number of listings to have more sectors represented and will soon launch the first exchange commodity pact to make it easy for citizens to invest in commodities.
We remain very optimistic that even before we close the year, we must be very much ready to be able to launch the first commodity-backed exchange traded fund on the LUSE. And I think discussions with our various partners have actually been able to advance, and we are almost closing in to be able to get to see how we can then be able to launch the first commodity-backed ETF. And I think this particular one is very exciting.
On the sidelines of the press conference, economist Kelvin Chisanga has expressed optimism that the trading on Lusaka Stock Exchange will continue in the positive trajectory, urging businesses to take advantage of the platform to raise capital.
What we are able to see in terms of stock market performance, I think this is a welcome move. Having an update on a weekly, or having an update on monthly, or even now summing up everything on a quarterly. I think that's what we need now to have in the market, so that we can have good sentimental effects that should be able to pass through into consumers out there. And we hope to say that this year the stock market will have a different dimension in terms of uptake.
Meanwhile, Luce has disclosed that trading in Investors Bank shares remains suspended following the regulatory action by the Bank of Zambia, which possessed the entity, and activity will depend on the outcome of the same. For Camnet TV News, Afias Kaptula, Lusaka.
Still to come in the news, MWAPE confident Copper Queens will overcome Atlas Lionesses. I will be back with the details after this break.
Introducing Darren B, a touch of class. Are you looking for the perfect place to elevate your style and glam up? Look no further. Darren B Touch of Class is your one-stop destination for hair and makeup transformation. Walk into Darren B and walk out feeling like a star. Your transformation starts here. Call us on 0772 870 588 or WhatsApp on 0972 049 213 to book your appointment today. Payments are made via mobile money or point-of-sale machine. Strictly no cash payments. We are located along Mossy Road in Ibex Hill, fourth close on the left after Kalikiliki Police Post. At Darren B, we pride ourselves on our team of dedicated and trained personnel ready to pamper both women and children. Darren B is open 7 days a week from 0720 hours to 1740 hours. From trendy hairstyles and stylish makeovers to flawless makeup, we do it all. Darren B, a touch of class.
Enjoy the benefits of an instant loan with us ranging from 1,000 kwacha to 750,000 kwacha paid express once collateral is viewed, valued and verified. Call us on 0763 595 359 or 0779 432 993. Classified Financial Express, here as your financial friend.
With this impending drought, it's time we look to alternatives of sustaining our crops. We as ISDP are promoting irrigation and water harvesting as the solution to challenges posed by climate change. Watch our 13-week series as we unfold the solutions for our crops. Catch us every Monday at 2040 hours, repeats every Tuesday at 1910.
Are you perplexed about how to overcome the financial, psychological and mental health challenges around you? Well, worry no more, because help is here. The Healing Word Ministries International, in conjunction with Camnet TV, cordially invites the general public to a one-day seminar on mental health challenges and mental wellness solutions for individuals, families, the church and society. Speakers include Dr. William Perry, President, Mental Health Association of Zambia; Dr. George Tafuna, psychotherapist, Chainame National Mental Health Hospital; Mr. Friday Salamo, Senior Mental Health Officer, the Ministry of Health, Professor Michael Munkumba, Executive Mentor and Life Coach, Mihachi Group, Bishop Peter Tanda Molenga, Presiding Bishop, Christian Word Center International, Pastor Lizzie Dakambosi, President, Aglo International, and Dr. Evan Spiri from the Spirit of Faith Ministries. The venue is at the Healing Word Ministries International Church in Ibex Hill, Lusaka, on the 6th of April 2024 from 0830 hours to 17 hours at only 250 kwacha all round, food inclusive. Guest artist Ruben Kabwe and Bro Oswald. Dr. Nevas Mumba will be our guest of honor for this event.
Like a rush of a mighty wind, the Holy Ghost descended upon the 120.
You can get your tickets from Camnet office in Ibex Hill between 08 hours and 17 hours, or you can buy via mobile money on 0962 965883 or 0979 753010. For more details, you can call 0962 965883 or 0979 753010. Don't miss. See you there.
And now for the rest of the news. In international news, the UN General Assembly adopted Wednesday, April 3rd, a resolution on the role of diamonds in fueling conflict and expressing concern regarding the unprecedented challenges faced by the Kimberley process. The representatives of Russia, which produces nearly a third of world's diamonds, deployed the challenges. The Kimberley process is a commitment to remove conflict diamonds from the global supply chain. For this and other international stories, we monitored African news.
When the father of Mary John Uwimana, an ethnic Hutu, murdered most of John Iguraneza, ethnic Tutsi relatives, during the 1994 genocide in Rwanda, no one expected that love and a marriage could emerge from the horror. But love did conquer hate, and today they are married with their own family. I got to hear that Bugesera at Weru village, there are homes where women who lost all their children and children who lost their parents were living together with those that killed their people. I thought it was a crazy idea, until the village was launched, where one home was given to a survivor next to a perpetrator, having the kraal and water tank amidst them, where they all fetched water. John and Mary John met in one of the government set-up reconciliation villages in Bugesera district. At first I thought to myself, won't we get married and then he kills me? I also wondered of what types of forgiveness he would give me, knowing that my people killed his people. But he had already started the journey of unity and reconciliation, which I did not know until we started sharing our testimonies as couple, and this gave me more strength. The couple have been married for over 16 years and have 4 children. For them, having a positive mindset has been instrumental to the success of their relationship. First and foremost, it is important to understand that one has to first love himself and have hope. That is when you will love others, and after that love your country. The reason why the world has endless wars, it is because people do not love themselves. Set up all over the country, the reconciliation concept appears to have worked well in uniting the East African nation after the genocide. People in Uganda reacted with mixed views after the country's constitutional court upheld Wednesday an anti-gay law that allows the death penalty for aggravated homosexuality. The court in the Ugandan capital Kampala rejected the petitioner's request to squash the law despite widespread condemnation from rights groups and others abroad.
They're using children, they're using AIDS. But in serious note, how many people have AIDS who are heterosexual, who are straight people? Or how many men who are straight who have been raping kids here in Uganda or children? So this is just propagating everything on homosexuals, but I know we are going to appeal, that's what I know, because this is an unfair judgment for us.
President Yoweri Museveni signed the bill into law in May last year. The law is supported by many in the East African country, where some see it as a behavior imported from abroad and not a sexual orientation.
We believe this is the front line of Africa's independence. This is the front line of preserving us as a people. So I'm happy with the ruling and the judgment that was delivered today, which vindicated us.
Homosexuality, it is not good. It has many disadvantages. Some people, or many of the people, the capacity of them, they are losing their lives because of homosexuality. So what the court has decided, it is good on my side and for all Ugandans.
Some lawyers for the petitioners said after the judgment that they will now turn to the Supreme Court, hoping it will overturn the law.
The UN General Assembly adopted Wednesday a resolution on the role of diamonds in fueling conflict and expressing concern regarding the unprecedented challenges faced by the Kimberley process. The representative of Russia, which produces nearly a third of the world's diamonds, deplored the challenges. Unfortunately, driven by the notion of their own exceptionalism, representatives of Western countries decided to sabotage a whole host of international cooperation on the global diamond sector to serve their own geopolitical interests. This is the third year in a row that the Kimberley process has found itself under unprecedented pressure from a narrow group of countries unable to turn the process into yet another instrument to exert pressure on sovereign states. The Kimberley process is a commitment to remove conflict diamonds from the global supply chain. Zimbabwe and Tanzania were among 5 nations that tabled the draft adopted Wednesday.
The reason why we support this draft resolution is the fact that it aims to address the insecurity fueled by conflict diamonds. We are convinced that the relevant resolution is a necessary measure on the promoting state sovereignty, poverty eradication, conflict prevention, and elimination of conflict diamond from legitimate trade, which are the primary objective of the Kimberley process.
For the first time ever, participants at the Kimberley process plenary failed to produce a consensus communique last year. Before the scheme's existence, conflict diamonds accounted for as much as 15% of the global diamond market.
Zambia national women's team coach Bruce MWAPE is confident the Copper Queens will record a positive result in Friday's 2024 Paris 2024 Olympics final round first leg qualifier against Morocco. Speaking during a pre-match press briefing held at Levi Mwanawasa Stadium in Douala Thursday morning, MWAPE disclosed that his technical bench is aware that Zambia was up against a strong team and they have since prepared well enough to ensure victory. He adds that the team is ready for the game against a never-easy Morocco with a full squad comprising local and international-based players at hand. Meanwhile, MWAPE has downplayed the fear of World Cup winner George Velda, who is tutoring the Moroccan side, disclosing that he is with a different team, not the world champions. He says the return of Madrid CFF midfielder Grace Chanda is a boost to the team that experienced lapses in midfield. Morocco arrived last evening in Doha ahead of Friday's first leg clash with the Copper Queens. The game will be played at Levi Monawasa Stadium at 19 hours in the first leg of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games qualifiers. That's it for our main news tonight. Here's a recap of the stories making headlines. SEC launch online anonymous whistleblower system. Clergymen advised to stay away from active politics. LCC and Billboard owners partner to maintain sanity at downtown flyover bridge. In international news, UN adopts resolution to tackle blood diamonds trade. And in sports news, MWAPE confident Copper Queens will overcome Atlas Lionesses. Our verse of the day is coming from the book of Romans 12, verse 1. Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Thank you so much for watching. Do enjoy the rest of our programming. My name is Sylvia Zulu. Good night.